Hey guys, welcome to a little late night Chatty Repot. It's Saturday, probably like almost heading towards 9 o'clock at night, and I'm finishing up a few like repottings for the day, and I was like casually doing some off camera, but I'm like, I might as well just film another like chatty video so you guys can see maybe some of this. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Melissa and I love doing all kinds of videos. Repotting videos are some of my favorite. Chatty repots and plant chores are some videos that I like to do along with shopping videos. For the repots, so this is I'll show you the plants first. So this is my lemon lime philodendron, and I've had it for a while actually. I got this as a really small plant. And I have all the vines facing forward so that, you know, the front of it is full. And it's kind of sparse. It has some roots coming out the bottom. And I feel like I want to maybe repot it. I was going to take cuttings, but I was at the big box store and I actually found a tiny one. This was only $4.98. It's actually been outside for a few days and I don't know if I've watered it in a while. I don't know, it looked pitiful in this container. But I thought about adding this in here to the back part to maybe fill out the back part of this pot and see how it goes, I think. I don't know, this plant grows pretty slowly for me, but ever since I moved and had it under better light, you can see all this growth at the bottom is new. So it definitely appreciates the light more than anything. But I think I just want to get it repotted. I have a 6-inch that I'm going to use, and this is a 5-inch. And so the 6-inch I think is a little bit more rounded than tall. Well, it's about the same height. I don't know. I just feel like this one would be better for this. So that's the plan with this one. And so you guys, I have been obsessed with these Thiccly Poles. I have made 4 Thiccly Poles today, and I'm about to make one more because I'm literally obsessed right now. I love my poles, don't get me wrong, I love them, but some of the plants I put on them, I wished I hadn't started them on such a big pole in the very beginning until they actually start climbing more, because with the Thiccly Poles, I just feel like it's like this tall and it's clear and it's not so obvious, and you can add however much moss you want in first. Like this, I feel like it's hard to add moss in here once you already have this pole made because it's wire and it's not easy to do. And these poles dry out so fast. So fast. I think I'm really gonna love the Thiccly Poles. I'm obsessed with them already, and the one that I made is already staying moist like at least 2 more days longer than my normal poles. And I feel like I could easily water them with my little water bottle a lot faster than using those watering globes on all. I love my poles for like mature plants, when plants are when they've actually climbed and covered the pole. And I feel like these poles are good for like heavy duty plants, like some of your phyllos that grow really big leaves. And the Thiccly Poles I want for plants that won't necessarily get to that stage, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of playing around with the idea of putting climbing plants that I have on those poles that won't necessarily get huge. Like I put my like Mandula, I put a different epipremnum plant, I put a heartleaf. Yeah, the leaves get big, but not like overwhelmingly big, you know? So that's kind of what I'm toying around with, playing with the idea of like switching some of my plants over to that one that haven't. If they're already attached in, I'm not going to disturb them. It's only going to be for like plants that aren't really like anchored in. So this is my Variegated Micans. You guys may have seen this one from a Botanica's unboxing I did on my channel from Etsy. I hope you guys can see okay too. I don't have my ring light, but I have like all the lights on in here. So this one, it's basically one vine. It's growing straight up this pole and it's kind of obnoxious looking. I don't know. I'm gonna put it on a thickly pole, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and propagate it. I don't think it's really like too attached in here. I think I could easily take it off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably cut 1, 2, 3, maybe like 4 cuts. And I'm gonna put them into a clear container with sphagnum moss to root. And then I'm gonna add those into the bottom of the pole. That way I have like 1 vine, the main vine, and then like 3 more or like 4 more vines growing up rather than like 1 vine. Because these leaves, like the shape of these leaves are so interesting, you guys. They're just really unique. It's like hardly variegated. Honestly, I wished I had not bought this. I paid $125 for this variegated Micans. And it's not really the variegated Micans I had hoped. I wish I'd done a little bit more research on this one. It's like really long and curly. It's just a very weird plant. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like this, and I just want to go ahead and redo it. So that's what we're going to do, these 2 plants for this video. And I think I'm trying to decide which one I want to do first. Let's do the heartleaf first because I feel like that's gonna be the quickest, and I need to go get my soil. I'm actually almost out of my mix. This is all that I have left. I used it for another plant. I'm gonna make more tomorrow, but it's gonna have to do for now. This little angel is sleeping beside me. She's so cute right now. Oh my goodness. She's like, leave me alone, Mom. I'm trying to sleep. I think I'm just gonna keep this soil because I don't have that much soil in here left, and I don't wanna get more. Oh, I could use some of this. This was like old moss pole soil that I was using. Maybe I'll do that. I'll use some of this if I don't have enough. I should have everything else here. I don't have to go back and forth 100 times. Yeah, I don't think this plant was root bound or anything at all. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. The initial like thought of like my plant room was I wanted, or I guess my husband just didn't like the plants all over the house. And you know, now that I have a plant room, it's better, but my plants are growing and getting bigger, and they all can't fit in there. They're gonna have to like come out at some point, or at least some of them, you know? So that's kind of like, I have no idea where my scooper went either, so I've been using my hands. So I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like I'm just wanting to like reorganize and redo my room. I did put it together so fast, you know, when I first moved. So I didn't really take my time that much, I feel like. I don't know. I just want to redo some things in there, you know? I don't really want to break this up too much. I feel like maybe I'll break one up, separate one. Yeah, I was trying to think, I don't know, just kind of how I want to set my plants up. Oh, my husband's calling me. Hello.
Hello, my bear.
Hello.
Hello, my.
What's up?
What are you doing?
Filming and repotting. Okay, sorry we got interrupted by a phone call, but I am back. I don't know what I was talking about. I honestly have no idea. But yeah, I was thinking about maybe untangling one of these so that not all one side of the pot has just like all the growth, you know? My husband's out of town this weekend. He went to play golf with his brother and a couple of their other friends just for the weekend. His brother lives like 5 minutes from here, so it's nice that we live so close to him now. All right, what did I do? I don't know, I'm thinking about putting that part in the middle and then these vines trailing down. I had propagated this one time before. It was a while ago. You know, the one thing I don't like about heart leaves is the little crispy brown bits. Do you guys know what I'm talking about on the vines? They're like these little crispy pieces, like the sheaths or whatever they're called. Like once they crisp up, and they're so little on these vines that it's like, it's hard to get them, you know? I don't know, the little crispy bits. I just don't like them. So my husband was telling me that apparently a hurricane is maybe on its way here to us, which I didn't even know. I feel like I barely even watch the news anymore. I don't even like watch TV. Yeah, I feel like I'm not even aware. So I'm gonna have to look into that. That's not good. We are a lot closer. We're like 45 minutes from the coast. We do have like a hurricane evacuation route, I guess, if it does come to that, but I don't know. I don't think I would ever evacuate unless it was something crazy. I've been through like hurricane before and tropical storm, you know, weather in North Carolina, and I've been through a, what is it called? A nor'easter. It was in November on the coast, and it's basically like, I guess it's basically what, like a hurricane that comes like after hurricane season. It was like 45, 50 mile per hour winds, and it was kind of crazy. We actually didn't know it was coming or there on that weekend that we decided to go to the coast. It was the Outer Banks in North Carolina. We went for the weekend for my husband's birthday, and it like literally, it was bad. There was so much wind and everything, and it was cold too. Yeah, but that'll be interesting though. I hope it doesn't get too crazy. So today's what, Saturday? So I'm cutting like all these dead bits here off that I see. So my goal is to probably have, I might be repotting all these plants over the course of this week and get everything moved in, I think, because might as well start moving plants in. There's not that much left of the growing season, and the temperatures outside are like fluctuating and the humidity's fluctuating, so it's still gonna be warm here for a while. Like I doubt it would be getting into the 50s anytime soon here, but I don't know. I waited so late last year in North Carolina. I had plants outside like the end of October, and I was pushing it for sure. I was like doing so much repotting like late into the season, like late November. I was like rushing to try and get everything repotted, and I'm like, it really honestly wasn't necessary because I could have repotted before, like all during winter too. It's not really like that big of a deal, you know, repotting in winter. I try not to disturb my plants, but if you have to, then it's fine. But I think we were under the impression that we were going to be moving here by the end of the year, and then it never happened. And so I was trying to like rush and get all this repotting done so I wouldn't have to worry about it like right away. Like one of the things to worry about, you know, when you're moving out of state. So I'm gonna plop this new one right in the center. I feel like this is gonna be a long chatty video. Yeah, look, and see, that just filled him out even more. I'm just gonna pass up a $5 lemon lime. Oh, you know what? I've been using these inoculants like crazy. The company actually said that I could just sprinkle them in the soil mix, like I don't have to put them on the roots. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some in here. Not that this plant probably would need any, but just gonna put some in there. Might as well sprinkle it on all my plants. Yeah, so I might be looking at bringing everyone in soon, especially that way I can just kind of focus on, like, everyone will be in here. If I can get all the outdoor plants repotted, then I will. I have a couple snake plants out front, and I have some like cactus planters, and then I have plenty of plants out back to do, several monsteras and a dracaena and an alocasia. I think indoor plants I'll just repot like as I feel like I want to, you know, over the course of the next several months. If I can get all my outdoor plants taken care of I feel like that will be like less stressful. Or like I won't feel as stressed like knowing that they're good. Some of them I haven't repotted, like even last year I didn't repot them. So some of those plants outside I haven't been repotted in 2 years. And I should have repotted them already, but I kind of just stuck them out there when we moved. And I didn't even think about like repotting them. I need to like, I need to stop forgetting to use fertilizer. I always forget. You know, I told myself I was gonna label all my plants when I repotted them in fertilizer, and I haven't done any of the new ones. So I'm gonna have to get on that. Okay, I am happy with that. See, it looks so much better. I kind of separated some of the vines so it's not, I kind of missed everything on one side. It's kind of weird looking now. I don't know, I might end up bringing everything forward to put it back in its planter that way. I think it looks good. I'll give it a drink after I'm done here. A little bit more full. I really wanted to do this one on a pole too, but I told myself no, because I have the neon, you know, the epipremnum on. I started on a pole, so I'm like, I don't need this neon on a pole, even though it would look beautiful on a pole. I'm gonna set him aside. I just told myself not right now. All right, oh, this is messy. On to the next one. So, yeah, this one isn't that attached in here. So I'm gonna take some cuttings, root them, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start this one on a grow pole. I was on Instagram the other day and some like gorgeous variegated micans came up on my explore page, and I only wish to have one like that. I don't know. I'm very disappointed in this micans. It was not the variegated micans I wanted at all, but it's okay. One year I'll get a prettier one. Yeah. Yeah. I just am obsessed with these poles. I'm obsessed with them. So I won't need that much moss for this one because I'm going to cut a lot of it down. I feel myself getting sleepy. It's only 9 o'clock. I've been getting up early, you know, because me and my husband have been like doing an exercise in the morning. And because it's been like raining every evening. Well, minus this past week, it hasn't rained like in a week, which is really strange. So my husband and I have been exercising like in the morning, go for a walk in our neighborhood, bike ride, just anything just to get some activity in outside. And it's been nice. I've like trained my body to wake up early, which is so hard for me because I worked night shift for so long. See, I just love these poles. I should need like more than this much moss to start with compared to like all this. This is very overwhelming for this one plant. So I'm gonna use the same pot and everything, same soil. And let's go ahead and take some cuttings. I actually forgot I need to add a little moss to my cup. Good, I have just a little bit left. Oh, I'll fix that in a minute. Kind of worried about taking cuttings. Just trying to figure out how many I want to take off. I think I'm gonna cut it here. It's done. It's done. It's rooted in a little bit, but not like overly rooted in. See, I pulled that right off. You can see it does have a little bit of root there. I hated to cut it. We're gonna cut these up individually. I could actually keep these in the moss. Maybe on one side. Ooh, I could actually do that. These two that are rooted, I could probably just stick these in this moss and they'll continue rooting like pretty quickly. Why don't I do that? I'm gonna do that. See, I wasn't expecting roots on this one already. So I might have to fill this with a little bit more moss then. Hopefully it'll be okay. Since I cut half of his root, you know, off. I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna use one of these pens. Some of those roots are rotted. I think I let this plant get too dry. I think I've been really bad about I've been doing a good job keeping the poles moist, but I think I've been letting the base dry out. And when I go to water it, it's causing rot because I'm letting it get too dry. I'm gonna use some of this thicker dirt that I have. Yeah, I am slowly fading. I should have made myself some coffee. 9:30, it's kind of late. I might make me a cup of coffee after this video. That way I was wanting to do no, I ran out of moss. I think I'm done for the night. I will finish and do some other stuff tomorrow. All right, so we're only left with one cutting that I'll have to root, so I'll just do the one cutting in here. I was kind of hoping for some more cuttings, but that's okay. And so this cutting here will only be rooted into the moss. It will not have any roots down in the actual soil level. Yeah, these roots feel very dry. Sprinkle our inoculants. Well, at least it's a little bit more full. You know, it looks better already. I hope this one cutting survives that I took, since I literally chopped it, you know? It only had those couple little aerial roots. I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on it to make sure it doesn't go downhill. So this vine over here is the one that I cut, the original one. So that's going to take a while before it pushes a new leaf, and then this one should continue growing. But since I chopped it, it might take a while. I might have shocked it. I don't know. See, doesn't it look so much better? It looks so much better than that one vine going up this huge pole. And then I have the cutting. So the cutting I'm going to add into our bowl of moss here. And I'll probably just plop this somewhere to root. And this cutting I might add on this other side of here. Once it roots, I could just add it in there, so that way I'll have another one climbing up. He's gonna have a little home down in here. I've officially used all this moss. But that's the cutting that I did, and then it's gonna be in moss. I'll probably put it somewhere where it doesn't dry out so fast. I might cover the top part with saran wrap actually, and maybe just stick it in my greenhouse. And I have to water these yet, but this is the Micans up close again on the Grow Thickly. And again, this one here, which looks nice. It's filled out on top, so it'll trail down with the rest of them. So I'm gonna give these a water and then put them back in their home. And that'll be it for tonight. I'm gonna clean up this mess. I literally spent the last 30 minutes shaving moss poles, like cutting the little fuzzies off, the ends of them. Because I took that one off the pole and then I started shaving it. And then I shaved the rest of them that I had taken off the pole. You know, it was satisfying. That's it. Yeah, I hope you somewhat enjoyed this crazy repot or learned something or just enjoyed it. I don't know, but yeah, I just love doing these kind of random repots. I don't know, it's not planned or anything, so it's just kind of nice to repot some plants, I guess. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all again very soon. So until next time.